And we're joined now by Wade Crowfoot, the head of California's Natural Resources Agency, who was part of that discussion with President Trump today on wildfires raging the West Coast. Thanks so much for joining us, Wade. I just want to play again for our viewers a bit more of that exchange that you had with the president today.
But I think we want to work with you to really recognize the changing climate and what it means to our forests and actually work together with that science. That science is going to be key, because if we ignore that science and sort of put our head in the sand and think it's all about vegetation management, we're not going to succeed together protecting Californians.
Okay. It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
Well, I don't think science knows, actually.
I don't think science knows, actually, was his response. What were you thinking in that moment? And also in your time with him today, did the president simply ignore the impact that climate change is having across the board?
I mean, I think the statement that he made speaks for itself. I think we're frustrated in California and across the West Coast. Our communities are under threat right now from catastrophic wildfire burning like we've never seen it burn before, fueled by record-shattering summer heat wave multiple times this summer. It's what scientists told us will happen with climate change. And so this is an urgent issue. And what I asked him today was really a plea to work with us, to let science be our guide to protect the forests and ultimately to protect people.
And just lay out for us why you see climate change as the larger factor driving these fires on the West Coast. What are the trends that you're seeing as far as temperature extremes and the scope of these fires in your state?
Well, in California, the data is very clear. Our temperatures are warming both in the winter and the summer. When it warms up in the winter, that means less of our precipitation falls as snow and stays as snowpack. That dries out the forests and also exacerbates our drought risks. In the summertime, obviously, the drier, hotter weather creates worse conditions for major wildfires to occur. So if you look at the data over decades, what you see is wildfires that we've always had in California get run hotter and more dangerous. And so from our perspective, let's recognize that. Let's put our efforts together and let's actually address this in an urgent way. That was the request for the president today.
And so I'm curious to get your response to the president, who was repeatedly emphasizing forest management as the way to prevent wildfires. Explain what that means, and is it a real cause for concern and an issue in controlling these fires?
Yeah, so forest management basically means ensuring that we manage our forests effectively through, for example, fuel breaks around communities, certain prescribed burning project that reduces the density of the forests. And that is absolutely part of the answer. In California, under our governor, Gavin Newsom, we've multiplied investment into this kind of forest management, prescribed burning, thinning, environmentally based, driven by science. So we don't disagree with the president on the importance of doing that. We asked him today to actually ensure that the federal government is investing in that forest management. He's talked a lot about the need to do this, but I have to say, 57% of our forests in California are owned and managed by the federal government, and our state government funds vegetation management, forest management at levels higher than the federal government.
And climate change, obviously a much bigger issue that can't be addressed simply in a day or a week. So what does your state need most immediately at this moment to tackle these fires? And what also concerns you most right now?
Well, we need more manpower and resources from the federal government. The fact is, California has the largest, most sophisticated firefighting force in the nation, if not the world. But this climate-driven extreme weather has overwhelmed our resources. We have firefighters from other states coming in. So we need the president to really lean in. And if he's supporting forest management, to bring more resources to the firefight this summer, but then also the work we need to do protecting our communities before the next fire season. I'll say that climate change doesn't have to be a partisan issue. And it's certainly not just an issue limited to the West Coast. If you are living in a place that has worse hurricanes or changing crop conditions in the Midwest or larger extreme weather on the East Coast, the fact is we need support from the federal government protecting our communities from these impacts that are already here.
Wade Crowfoot, our thanks to you, California Secretary for Natural Resources.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.